And hello, everybody. Welcome again to Trinity Christian Academy, the home of the Conquerors. I'm Ray Bureau, Dean Bureau, back on camera, bringing you TCA Conquerors Volleyball between Trinity Christian and the Blue Wave of P.K. Yonge. Teams have been introduced. They are on the court, and we are ready to begin play here tonight. Varsity volleyball only. And the TCA Conquerors have a record of 9 wins and 4 losses. They are 3A District 2 with a record of 0-1. That blemish coming to Providence in a very exciting, very close matchup against the Stallions. Blue Wave come into tonight's play with a record of 4 wins and 6 losses. They have defeated Wildwood, Columbia, Parker, and Hawthorne, and have fallen to St. John Lutheran, St. Francis Catholic, Oak Hall, Mainland, Creekside, and Bishop Snyder. The head coach of the Blue Wave, Miss Amory Vandergrift. Her assistant coach is Miss Cameron Childs. The student manager is Jaden Pringle, and the athletic director of P.K. Yonge High School is Kelly Barrett. Officials are just checking over the starting lineups, and we're just moments away from the first serve. Head coach Crystal Dow is in her 8th season, leading the Conquerors, assisted by Emma Roberson and Kristen Buttry. The principal of Trinity Christian Academy is Dr. Robert Kinder Sr., and the athletic directors are Verlin Dormany and John Murphy. Blue Wave has a first serve. Trinity Britt, a junior, gets us underway, and the first point is on the board for the Conquerors. 1-0, Trinity Christian leads. Conquerors had themselves a pretty nice tournament last weekend in the River City Classic, where P.K. Yonge also participated. Defeated Fleming Island and Holy Trinity Episcopal on Saturday before sweeping Harvest Community 3-0 here Tuesday night. This one is set up for Amaria King, who leads the planet in kills and is a recent Times Union Student Athlete of the Week last week, as the Conquerors get their first point and lead 2-0. Great to see former Conqueror football player Christian Ellis named this week's Times Union Student Athlete of the Week for the terrific performance he's doing now for Ed White on the football field. Another point on the board for the Conquerors, and they're up to a quick 3-0 lead. Sheridan Beck, senior, serving for the Conquerors. 12 aces coming into tonight's play. Stats not available for the Blue Wave. And that is the first point on the board for P.K. Yonge. It's 3-1 Conquerors lead. And now serving is senior Ashana Smith. Good hard line drive serve right at Allie Carter. Another setup for King. We'll tell you about her in just a moment, what she's done on the attack at the net. And Hadley Dantzler finds open court. A good diving effort from Trinity Britt, but the Conquerors get the point. Amaria King enters play tonight with 201 kills. I believe she is leading the Jacksonville area in kills and leading by a long shot. As a substitution, we'll send Gracie Alney onto the court. Carter heads off. Alyssa Cruz checks in for Hadley Dantzler, and Alyssa Cruz will head back to serve. Cruz has 8 aces coming into tonight's play, but a 91.5% success rate on her serves. Right back at Cruz, keeps it off the floor. Gracie Alney right to the middle of the court. Didn't try to do too much. She just found an open spot and got the point. And there you see some of the Conquerors football players whom we'll be watching tomorrow night. Conquerors will head to Lake City and play Columbia. And we'll be doing that game live on our MixLR audio channel. And a point awarded to P.K. Yonge. The ball hit the post. That is out of bounds. It's 5-2 Conquerors, so you want to listen to Trinity Christian varsity football at Columbia tomorrow night. Go to mixlr.com and search Trinity Christian Academy. No login required, But if you do log in, you'll get to join the conversation and leave a chat. That's mixlr.com. Search Trinity Christian Academy. King's kill attempt is a little too strong and out of bounds. And PK Yonge is within 2 at 5-3. Match just underway. Unfortunately, the middle school and the JV matches that were scheduled for today against Old Plank Christian, those were unable to happen. Old Plank unable to make it to the west side. Of course, they're not far away from Trinity, just a couple of miles up the road. 5-3 Conquerors. Certainly hope everything is all right at Old Plank. As Layla Brooks finds the inside of the corner, and the Conquerors lead 6-3. Conquerors varsity football won an extremely exciting ball game on the gridiron on the home turf last week, 53-50 in overtime, and even more special, it was Coach Verlin Dormany's 300th career win, and all 300 have been as a TCA Conqueror head coach. His head coaching career began in 1991, and now, 30 years later, he picks up win number 300 for an average of 10 wins per season, and that is a phenomenal job by Coach Dormany. And, of course, he credits all the assistant coaches and players that he's had under him since he started as the head coach in 1991. Big hit toward the back of the court from Smith. Tamaris with the kill attempt, but a block up front from DeMar Wims, and she gets it all the way inside the back line. And the point for PK Yonge, it is 6-4. An excellent job at the net. That is a sophomore DeMar Wims. And now serving junior Taylor Ellis. Might have gone out of bounds, and this one hits the ceiling, comes down, and scores a point for the Blue Wave. PK Yonge sharing the namesake of Florida State College at Jacksonville, also the Blue Wave. Here's Taylor Ellis with her serve a little too strong and out of bounds. And as some of the other student athletes here at TCA get out of their practices, they always come on into the gym, cheer on the volleyball team, and that's a beautiful sight to see. Speaking of a beautiful sight to see, in case you missed the announcement, we had 42 TCA students come forward and accept Jesus Christ as their Savior at the end of our chapel service today. 42 brand new souls belonging to the kingdom of heaven. God bless TCA. Here is Zaya Moore, a junior, now serving for the Blue Wave. Lots of nice action at the net. There's a pretty good number of Blue Wave fans coming up from the Gainesville area here in attendance on the west side, and they just saw their team tie the score at 7. 7-7 is a score with Zaya Moore serving for the Blue Wave. Hey, let us know you're watching. Put a comment in the chat. I love seeing hello, seeing who pops up on the screen and saying hello. Especially Blue Wave fans, let us know you're tuned in here on TCA Conquerors Athletics. And a point scored on the hit from senior Carissa Amon, and the Conquerors have regained the lead. Allie Carter, senior, now serving for the Conquerors. Serving is one of her specialties. There's a dig from Tamaris. Tamaris came into tonight's play with 15 of those digs. Carter tried to punch the ball up in the air to keep that in play, but it goes off her hand and out of bounds, and we're tied at 8. Allie Carter has 25 serving aces entering play tonight. And now the libero for the Blue Wave. This is Kaya Lee, a freshman. Lee sets this one up front, and the kill attempt, however, by Britt goes out of bounds. The Blue Wave pleading the case that the ball was tipped, but they don't get the call. Conquerors are back up by 1 at 9-8. It was 6-3. PK Yonge caught up, tied it up at 7, and we've been back and forth since then. Ariel Ross serving now for the Conquerors. That's Amen with the shot, and that one lands just out of bounds. That was tough to tell from where I'm sitting. It was inches wide left of the stripe. So we are tied once again. It's 9-9. Trinity Britt serving. She's a junior for PK Yonge. And a nice little tap by Dantzler with some help from Layla Brooks. Conquerors have regained the lead 10-9. Sheridan Beck heads back onto the court, and she'll go back to serve. I want to congratulate Coach Cliff Willis on his promotion from JV head coach. He is now the varsity head coach, and we have a fantastic write-up about Coach Willis on TCAJax.org. That one is out of bounds. The effort by Nicole Ellis, but the Conquerors get the point and lead 11-9. Go to TCAJax.org/athletics. Click on basketball, then news, and read all about the career for Coach Willis here at Trinity Christian Academy as both a JV coach and a faculty member, and now the new varsity head coach. 12-9 in favor of TCA. Sheridan Beck ready to serve. Beck gets her whistle and a serve. That one just missed grazing the net. Return by Ellis. This one now set up for Dantzler. No, Layla Brooks will make the attempt, and she will score the point. So Layla Brooks, one of 5 seniors on the Conquerors, makes it a 4-point lead at 13-9, and Beck is ready to serve once again. And there's a serve from Beck. And a really nice play by Ellis to keep that ball off the floor, and she made a return as well, but this one doesn't make it over, and it's a point for the Conquerors, who lead 14-9. Students are still coming into the gym and lining up on the stage on the left side of the screen, cheering on the Conquerors on the court. Hadley Dantzler inside the line, right at the back of the court, and that's a point for the Conquerors. Credit the kill to Hadley Dantzler, came in with 46 of those. Beck is a 96% server. That's getting 96% of her serves in play and inbounds. Good volley by the Blue Wave. Tamaris with the dive. She kept the ball off the floor. However, that's on the board for the Blue Wave. Shauna Smith was the last Blue Wave to make the return, and she will head back to serve. Middle school football is at University Christian tonight. That game started at 6 o'clock. No word on how that is going, but a Thursday night middle school game for the Conquerors and the Christians. That's Smith with the hit, and it's inbounds, and a really nice play by Ashana Smith. Pulls her team to within 4 at 15-11. And Ashana Smith ready to serve and try to pull her team a little bit closer. Now a whistle while the ball was in flight. Illegal formation by the Conquerors, so a point on the board, and PK Yonge is now within 3 at 15-12. Smith waiting for the whistle. There's the whistle, and we are ready to resume. Conquerors lead by 3. Good hard line drive right at Carter. Dantzler was looking for open court, but Taylor Ellis able to plug the gap. Toward the back of the court, Beck, Ross, Tamaris. That ball was tipped but kept in play. Nice job by Lee. And Beck playing defense in the back of the court. Diving attempt by Lee, but it comes up a little short. And the Conquerors lead 16-12. Alyssa Cruz back onto the court and back at the server's line. And a good diving play. That was Shauna Smith. That's Smith again with another dive. Better her with a dig. And a really nice sidearm delivery. Brooks goes right back at Britt, and a really nice volley from both sides. Gracie Alney is defended by Ellis. Smith into the net. Hit that one well, but a little too low. Great point, and the Conquerors come away with a 5-point lead. Alyssa Cruz ready, and the serve. And that was a block at the net. Brooks and Gracie Alney teaming up. We know there's a slight obstruction of the view right there, but two Conquerors teaming up at the net with the blocks. Gracie Alney, 7 total blocks, and Layla Brooks, 12 coming into tonight's play. And that was a really nice hit by Zaya Moore right to the back corner, kept in bounds, and it's an 18-13 lead for TCA. Freshman Nicole Ellis now ready to serve for the Blue Wave. Brooks goes high and hits it right at Smith. Set up for Tamares. She hit that one right at Smith. The bump, the set, and the hard hit off Ross. Beck able to make the play. Ross with get the point. Sheridan Beck went into the bleachers to keep the ball up in the air, and Ariel Ross from out of bounds made a successful return, and it turned into a point, and the Conquerors lead 19-13 as we have ourselves a timeout. And we'll take advantage of this opportunity to let our PK Yonge viewers know their next coming games. Tuesday, September 28th, PK Yonge is home against Wildwood, a team they have already beaten this season. They will go to Oak Hall on September 30th and try to even up that season series. October 2nd, it's PK Yonge at Taylor in Pearson, and also against Newberry. That will be a tri-match set for Pearson-Taylor. That'll be on Saturday, October 2nd. For the Conquerors, after tonight, they have not just a district game, but a very tough one, as they're going to play the Episcopal School of Jacksonville on the road at Episcopal on September 28th. The Independent Middle School Conference, the Junior Varsity, and the Varsity are all playing at Episcopal on the 28th, beginning at 4:30 p.m. And then the next home match is here on September 30th against St. John's Country Day. October 2nd, it's the Junior Varsity Festival at JJVA. Game times and opponents are still to be determined. So those are some of the next upcoming matches for both the Blue Wave and the Conquerors as we are ready to resume. Just a few weeks left in the volleyball season, and man, did it go by fast. Well, we're ready to resume, and Michaela Markham is now serving for the Conquerors. Ross goes up high and directs this one to an open spot at the back of the court. That is Ariel Ross, a freshman, scoring point number 20 for TCA. Michaela Markham now serving, entering play tonight with 18 aces and a 91.8 service percentage. That one came right toward me, hit a few seats down, but a point on the board for the Conquerors. 21-13, set number 1. Conquerors looking for their 10th win of the season. Markham serving up. And Smith with a hard hit. That one hits off of Amon. And the attempt by Moore is out of bounds, and the Conquerors are 3 points away from winning set number 1. 8-point lead at 22-13. And Markham is ready. Here's the serve. This one is set up for Moore. Tamaris to midcourt, and a point for the Conquerors. 10-point lead for Trinity, and it's 23-13, and the Conquerors need just 2 more to take set number 1. Markham gets the whistle, standing right underneath the basket. Dive by Smith, but a point for the Conquerors, and we're now looking at set point. Hello to Nigeria Lee cheering on the Blue Wave. Thanks for letting us know you're watching. Miss Sarah Markham, former Conqueror, watching her sister right there, getting ready to serve up potential set point, and there it is. And the ace ends set number 1 with the score: Trinity Christian 25, PK Yonge 13. Well, we'll take a 3-minute timeout as the teams catch their breath and get ready for set number 2. You're watching Conquerors Varsity Volleyball here on TCA Conquerors Athletics. Trinity Christian won the first set 25-13 and are now looking to take a commanding 2-0 lead. PK Yonge wants to tie this up as they try to take set number 2. Miss Nigeria Lee, family member of freshman Kea Lee, who wears number 12 for the PK Yonge Blue Waves. So Kea, you have some fans cheering you on tonight. Again, drop us a comment. Let us know you're watching. If I see your name on the screen, I'll give you a shout out. Alyssa Cruz serves to get us back underway. She sends this one up front, but the Conquerors are unable to make the return, and PK Yonge is on the board first. And serving will be Trinity Britt. Good serve from Britt. Tamarez too strong and out of bounds, and PK Yonge has the first 2 points of set number 2. Hello to Miss Angelica Kirkland. Thanks for letting us know you're watching here tonight. Brooks hits the baseline just inside the line, and it is 2-1 in favor of the Blue Wave. Miss Kirkland cheering on Nicole Ellis. So, Nicole, you also have some family members. Thank you to Miss Sabrina Williams. Just saw your name pop up on the screen. Appreciate you letting us know you're watching us here on the live feed. This is Hadley Dantzler serving for TCA. Taylor Ellis with the return. Now set up for Brooks. And that one goes off the hands of Moore and out of bounds, and the Conquerors have tied it up at 2. Ms. Lee letting us know Kea is an 8th grader. Thank you, Ms. Lee. We want to make sure we get everything correct. Hope you enjoy watching your daughter out there on the court. So Kea Lee, who wears number 12 tonight. And a good over-the-head return and a point. That was Shauna Smith with a really nifty play, getting the Blue Wave the point and putting them back into the lead at 3-2. Okay, your fans just keep on popping up. Miss Ford, appreciate you letting us know you're watching. A little bit of action at the net and a point for the Conquerors. Again, we know with that official's tower there, we get some obstruction. We tried moving the camera into different positions in the past, but no matter where we set up, there was some obstructed view somewhere on the court. We thought this would give the best, and we give the courtesy to our visitors, letting you see as much of your team's side of the net as we can get. So here's Michaela Markham with the serve for the Conquerors, tied up at 3. Smith sends this one back up front, and an overhead shot by Britt. That one goes into the net, and PK Yonge is back out in front at 4-3. In favor of the Blue Wave. And Trinity Britt with the serve. And a nice attempt by Wims, but she got on top of it a little too much, and the Conquerors have tied it up at 4. Substitution for Trinity. Sheridan Beck is coming back onto the court, and she'll head back to serve. Again, a 95.7% service percentage entering play tonight. 12 aces. She has served the ball, not counting tonight's play, 140 times. Marissa Amon with the kill attempt, and a great dive by Smith, but the return comes up a little short. Smith and Britt both go to their knees. Made a terrific effort, but the Conquerors get the point and lead 5-4. Sheridan Beck ready to serve again for the Conquerors. Ross with the kill and the point. We mentioned Amaria King a little while ago. Amaria Ross, her attacking numbers entering play tonight, 49 kills. Amaria King with over 200. Those two are freshmen, and they're going to make Coach Dow happy for 3 more years. Right now, Zaya Moore makes the Blue Wave fans happy with the point, tapping that one down over the net. It's 6-5 Conquerors lead. Taylor Ellis now serves for the Blue Wave. That one into the net, and a point for the Conquerors, 7-5. Set number 2, in case you're joining us. Trinity Christian won the first, 25-13. That is Allie Carter with the serve and a dive. That was Taylor Ellis. Kept that ball off the floor. And a point eventually going to the Blue Wave as the hit went out of bounds. Credit Ellis. Great effort on the diving dig. Zaya Moore with the serve. Heyman goes up high. Defense in the backcourt by Moore, and the return, really nice job by Smith. Here's Smith for the kill, and it's good. Ashana Smith did some really nice work on that volley. Long range and close range, good returns, and then the kill for the point. And Zaya Moore now serving with the score tied at 7. Beck tracks it down. Carter overhead shot is good. Here's Smith, kill attempt. And the point for the Blue Wave. Block attempts up front. Conquerors come up short. It's 8-7 PK Yonge. Zaya Moore with the serve. Little bit of a replay. Markham this time with the overhead shot. There's Smith for the kill attempt. It was blocked and then knocked down by Wims. And now the officials are going to talk about whether or not there was a violation of Wims reaching over the net. I believe that is what they're talking about. I'm going to try to sneak a peek at the monitor. The YouTube is about 15 seconds behind live action. And the call will stand, and it was the correct call. Wims did keep her side of the net, and PK Yonge leads 9-7. Moore trying to extend this current 2-point lead. And a kill from Hadley Dantzler. Effort on the dig comes up short. And now the Trinity faithful over on the stage cheering on their friends on the court. Ariel Ross now serving for Trinity Christian. Ross is a 97% server. That was good, but so was the hit for the Blue Wave. 10-8, a 2-point lead for PK Yonge. Kaya Lee, the 8th grader, heading back to serve. And the ace is good for Kaya Lee. So a 3-point lead for PK Yonge, 11-8. Set number 2, the Blue Wave trying to tie up the match at 1 each. That serve is a little bit wide of the strike. Nice little run by the Blue Wave. Conquerors, at least momentarily, break the momentum. Trail by 2 at 11-9. Tamaris back onto the court. Here comes Alyssa Cruz as well, and Cruz will head back to serve. Carissa Amon did a really nice job. She's going to head off. We'll probably see her again before long. Here is Cruz with a nice serve. Smith is tipped And a dive by Ross. Third hit from Tamaris is good. Smith again for the kill attempt, but that one right at Cruz. And that's going to be tough for Brooks. She didn't have much of an angle, and Conquerors fall short on the point. PK Yonge has, again, a 3-point lead. Trinity Britt now serving, and that one is inbounds. And an ace for Britt. Miss Sabrina Williams, Mr. Doug Williams, cheering on the Blue Wave. Cheering on Zaya Moore as well. And Britt ready with the serve. PK Yonge has its biggest lead of the night to this point at 13-9, and now it's a 5-point lead. Brooks got under that one just a bit. And a timeout called by the Conquerors with the score. PK Yonge Blue Wave 14, TCA Conquerors 9. Linda and Ray Schwartz from Sebastian, Florida, letting us know they're watching. Randall Leaf checking out Erica King and the Blue Wave. Again, thank you for joining us and letting us know. I really enjoy seeing who's checking us out here on the live feed. Again, Conquerors varsity football at Columbia, Class 6A, tomorrow night in Lake City. Kickoff at 7:30 p.m. James Ivey will be filling in for Joel Milligan tomorrow. James and I, will be bringing you the action on our audio channel, Mixlr, also called mixlr.com. Search Trinity Christian Academy. 7:15 pregame, 7:30 kickoff, as the Conquerors look to maintain their undefeated season, 4 wins to start the 2021 campaign, and number 300 for Coach Berlin Dormany came last week. 14-9, PK Yonge leads, and the Blue Waves still have the serve. It's Trinity Britt getting ready to do the honors. We are underway once again. And the point makes it a 6-point lead for PK Yonge. And Britt with the serve. Tamaris gets it back over. Carter sets up for Brooks. And Brooks on the defense that time, keeping the ball up in the air. Nicole Ellis almost had the kill. And at the net is Hadley Dantzler with the block and the point for the Conquerors. Trinity still trails by 5. Gracie Alney in for Carter. Hadley Dantzler now serving. Here's Smith with the attempt, tipped at the net. Remember, tip does not count as the first hit. Layla Brooks gets the point. That one hit off the hands of Ellis, if I saw that correctly. And the Conquerors are back to within 4. It was 15-9 just a moment ago. It's now 15-11. Dancer with the serve at Smith. And Smith going up. Tamaris tracks that one down from out of bounds, and Ross makes the return. That one is too strong and out of bounds. The effort from Ellis. Conquerors now within 3 at 15-12. Dancer gets the whistle, trying to pull her team just a bit closer. The serve at Smith. And Smith just found open court. She went up as if to smash it. Saw that there was open hardwood just past the net, did a really nice finger tap, and scored the point, stopping the momentum of the Conquerors and giving her team back a 4-point lead at 16-12. That one is, well, a little uncertain on the call. And it is inbounds, and a point on the ace by Ashana Smith. And Smith with a good hard line drive serve. Double team attempt from Moore and Ellis comes up short. Conquerors get the point. It's 17-13. And Michaela Markham will head back to serve. And Markham with the serve. That ball did hit the floor right before it reached Lee, so the ace pulls the Conquerors to within 3. Markham had 18 aces entering play tonight. Yeah, nice job by Britt finding an open teammate. However, across the court, Ariel Ross gets the kill for the Conquerors. Victoria Wells cheering on Zaya Moore and the Blue Wave. Conquerors are pulled to within 2 at 17-15 and lead in sets 1-0. Substitution will send Aaron King onto the court now for the Blue Wave. That one is inbounds. And the Conquerors are within 1. Another ace for Michaela Markham. This time the timeout called by Coach Vandegrift. With the score, PK Yonge 17, TCA 16. Take a break ourselves and be right back. Michaela Markham still serving for the Conquerors. This could be the game-tying point. Smith had to reach back behind her that time and made a good return. That one is over the net and tapped down by Ellis. And that is a point for PK Yonge, and the lead is back up to 2. I wasn't sure at first that that ball had even crossed over. It did, and Ellis able to score the point, stop the Conquerors from tying it up, and now a 2-point lead with Ellis serving. And Tamaris, that one went into the net, and another 3-point lead for the Blue Wave. Scotty Moore cheering on Zaya Moore and the Blue Wave. Now serving, freshman Nicole Ellis. That one was a little bit out of reach of Ross, but she adjusted. And now the officials are going to talk about that last point. One said point for the Conquerors, one said double hit violation. And they're going to talk across the court and make sure they get the call correct. It is going to be Conquerors point, 19-17 with Sheridan Beck serving. Officials did the right thing, got together, made sure of the call. Beck now with the serve. Smith goes up high and right at Sheridan Beck. Gracie Alney at the net. It goes off the hands and out of bounds. That was Wims on the block effort. And again, another chance for the Conquerors to tie the score. We're getting close to the 20-point mark. 19-18, Blue Wave leads. Beck with the serve. Ross for the attempted tie. It dug off the court from Smith. That one out of bounds, however. Moore with the hit, and the Conquerors have come back to tie it at 19. They trailed by 6 earlier in the set. They fought back to get close. K. Yonge kept them from tying it up until that point. Now Sheridan Beck is trying to put the Conquerors in the lead, and that one is inbounds. So 20-19 in favor of Trinity Christian. And Beck ready to try to extend a 1-point lead. This one is now set up for Amon into the net. And that ball was hit by a Blue Wave player, so still alive. Good return. Carter sends this one up front. Gracie Alney with the tap and the point. Perfectly placed by the junior Maggie Gracie Alney, and the Conquerors lead 21-19. Trinity Britt back onto the court. Sheridan Beck ready to serve. Carter with the dive. Little collision, but Ross is able to get the point. And the Conquerors are 3 points away from taking set number 2. Carter had to dive. Amon trying to make the play. The two collided, but Ross was able to score the point and make it a 3-point lead for the Conquerors. 22-19. Not too far away from the start of basketball season. Conditioning will begin very soon. And again, our new varsity head coach, Cliff Willis. Former Conquerors Trent Warren and Colton Warren are going to be the new junior high basketball coaches here at TCA. They learned a lot from Coach Willis playing for him and for the other varsity coaches that they played under as well. And they're going to take what they learned and teach it to the younger Conquerors this coming season. I don't have a schedule or know yet when exactly the games will begin, but they usually start late October to early November. So just a little bit more than a month away. We may not get every game here on the YouTube feed, but we'll do as many JV and varsity games as we're able to do. Here's Smith with the hit. Amon taps it up front around Markham. And the return by the Conquerors. And Smith goes up high off Carter. This is Amon. Kept off the floor by Lee. Ross with the kill. And an excellent job up front by Zion Moore. Conquerors return this one. They chase it down. Both Markham and Beck, and the Conquerors get the point. Two great defensive plays by both teams. And the Conquerors are 2 points away from winning set 2. Sheridan Beck with the serve. Out of bounds, and we are at set point. TCA students chanting one more point, and the serve. Smith with a good hard hit. Markham is able to keep it off the floor. Here's Ross. Off Smith, out of bounds, and the Conquerors have won set 2. They had to come from behind to do it, but the Conquerors win set 2, 25-19. TCA could now win it in 3, and PK Yonge looking to extend this match at least one more. 3-minute timeout. We'll be back with set 3 here on TCA Conquerors Athletics. Conquerors lead 2-0 by scores of 25-13 and 25-19. So Trinity needs just 25 more points to finish this in straight sets. PK Yonge trying to climb back. It's been done many times before. 2-0 does not automatically mean anything. Conquerors were down 2-0 to Creekside and came back and won 3 sets in a row against one of the powerhouses here in Northeast Florida. Of course, TCA, one of the powerhouses as well. And then, that was at Creekside. Then we had that barn burner back and forth trade-off of sets between 7A Bartram Trail here a couple of weeks ago. I still call that the most exciting volleyball game I've ever seen. Set 3, Trinity Britt gets us started. This is Smith, and she is blocked at the net by Maya King. And the Conquerors score first. It's 1-0. Hadley Densler now serving for TCA. Gracie Alney back in for Carter. And that serve into the net. We're tied at 1. Shauna Smith ready to serve for the Blue Wave. The lone senior on the roster. This is a younger team. They have some talent. They may be a force in their district in the seasons to come. Right now, the Conquerors lead 2-1. Congratulations to Shauna Smith as she finishes up her senior year, not just on the volleyball court, but in the classroom as well. And we certainly wish you very well, Shauna. Glad we were able to get a chance to see you play here tonight. Here is Michaela Markham serving up for the TCA Conquerors. That one hit into the net, and the Conquerors lead 3-1. Conquerors won the first 2 sets, 25-13 and 19, and lead 3-1 early on in set 3. Markham serves into the net, and it's 3-2. Nicole Ellis now serving for the Blue Wave. Gracie Alney is rejected at the net by DeMar Wims. Ross, big hit. Now that one hit the rafter, and that made it difficult for the Blue Wave. So the Conquerors get the point. (4-2) Conquerors lead. Sheridan Beck will now serve. Smith got on top of that one a little too much, and the Conquerors are up to a 5-2 lead. And Beck ready with the serve. And an unforced error gives the Conquerors point number 6. Beck with the serve. This one is set up for Ellis. That's Allie Carter with the dive. Give her a dig. Amen with the kill attempt. And well played by the defense. Allie Carter came into tonight's play with 181 digs. She's picked up a few more here tonight. Really nice play on the far side of the court from Britt. And that's going to be a point for the Blue Wave. Again, another good long volley. Both teams playing very good defense and attacking the ball well, and the Blue Wave come up with point number 3. They still trail, however, 6-3. Ross with the attempt right at Smith. Carter will have to make the one-hand return. Carter sets up Ross, and Ross gets it inside the corner. So the Conquerors lead 7-3. And Allie Carter will get ready to serve. Told you about her digs. Allie Carter, 25 aces entering play tonight. Conquerors pick up another point and lead 8-3. Allie Carter has a serve percentage of 95.4. Carter sets this one up for Amon, and defended well by Ellis. That is Hadley Dantzler, however, keeping it away from everybody and finding the floor, and the Conquerors have opened up a 6-point lead. 9-3 is our score. Allie Carter, the libero, ready to serve. And that one from Smith is too strong, and the Conquerors lead 10-3. Trinity Christian at Episcopal on September 28th, this coming Tuesday. Middle school at 4:30. That's the Independent Middle School Conference team. Junior varsity will follow, and then the varsity matchup between the Conquerors and the Eagles. Those two teams always give us a very exciting match. Those games are at Episcopal this coming Tuesday night. Next home match, St. John's Country Day on September 30th. That is next Thursday. We do plan to bring you that one here on TCA Conquerors Athletics. Hopefully nothing will change that. JV at 5:30, varsity at 6:30. And for our Blue Wave fans, of whom we see plenty joining us here on the live feed, PK Yonge is home against Wildwood this coming Tuesday at 6:30. The Blue Wave are at Oak Hall next Thursday the 30th, at Pearson Taylor on Saturday the 2nd to play a tri-match against Taylor and Newberry. That action begins at 10 a.m. on Saturday, October 2nd. And then at St. John Lutheran on October 5th. Those are some of your next few games, and the season will end for PK Yonge. Home against St. Francis Catholic on the 7th, home against Bell on October 12th, and at Newberry on October 14th. Back underway, this serve goes into the net. Conquerors had a great run and now lead 11-4. Now serving junior Zaya Moore. Amon with the return attempt, and that one hit off the side of her hand, out of bounds, and a point for the Blue Wave. Zaya Moore trying to pull her team a little bit closer. And here's the serve. That one might have gone out of bounds. It would have been very close. Ross tried to make the return and misdirected it. And it's 11-6. And Moore with the serve. Carter from her knees is set up for Amon. And good defense on the dig by Moore. And the point, Smith once again doing what we've seen her do all night long, hitting the ball hard and getting a point for her team. 4 in a row scored by PK Yonge, and it's 11-7, the Conquerors lead. Dantzler had to regroup, made the return. Ross with the attempt. This one is tipped. Watch out, Kaya. She hits the bleachers and gets right back up. Point for the Conquerors. More importantly, Kaya Lee is all right. She tried to dive for the ball and turned her body just in time before hitting the side of the bleachers. Glad to see she popped right back up and is back out onto the court. Smith, block attempt from Maya King, but Smith once again with the hard hit and the point for the Blue Wave. This is Kaya Lee now ready to serve. And the ace for Lee. Pulls PK Yonge to within 3 at 12-9. Thank you again, Miss Nigeria Lee, for all your comments that you're leaving, cheering on your daughter and her teammates out there on the court. Dantzler right at Lee, who came up from the server's line. Ball still in play, and Lee with a good two-hand return. And a whistle with the ball still in flight. And a violation called against the Blue Wave, stepping across the line. I believe that was the call. And the Conquerors get the point and lead 12-9. Kaya Lee serving well and then coming from the back of the court to keep that point alive. Unfortunately for PK Yonge, the violation cost them the point, and the Conquerors lead by 4 at 13-9. Cruz with the serve. And a tap down is good from Nicole Ellis. 13-10 is the score. Blue Wave trails 2-0, but they are fighting hard. They want to keep on playing. And this one to the back of the court. Moore with the save, and the ball still in play. Thank you, Mr. Williams, with the correction. Isaiah Moore, a sophomore. Roster given to me said junior, but that's all right. Conquerors get the point and lead 14-10. Hadley Dantzler now serving. That's Dantzler with the dig after serving, coming up, but a whistle with the ball still in flight. And the officials talking it over across the court. And they're going to replay the point. I didn't see what the reason for the stop was, but the Conquerors will serve, leading 14-10. There's Smith with the hit. Off Cruz. Ross tracks it down. Dantzler makes the return. And that one's out of bounds. Recognized by Alyssa Cruz. And a point for the Conquerors. Cruz got all the way back to the baseline. Saw the ball was going to land out of bounds. Did the right thing and let it fall. And now the Conquerors lead 15-10. And Smith fooled everybody. Gracie Alney and Tamaris went up to try to block, but Smith tapped it up and over and got the point. Terrific play by Smith. This is Ashana Smith now serving. And the ace. A couple of Conquerors collide. They're all right, both laughing and both up right away, but the ace by Ashanta Smith. 15-12. Now PK Yonge on a nice little run of its own. And Smith again with the hit and the point. Wave fans in attendance loving what they're seeing from Ashana Smith. She has pulled her team to within 2. Good serve right at Cruz. Tamares will make the return. Set up for Maya King. That ball was tipped at the net, kept in play. And Smith with the return on a really good line drive. And a point on the last hit from Zaya Moore. Blue Wave is pulled to within 1 at 15-14. Shauna Smith now serving another hard line drive. There goes Moore, but right at Carter. Tamares blocked and the point. That is Nicole Ellis with the block, and we are tied at 15. So number 15 ties us up at 15 as we have a timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute. The Blue Wave trailed by 6 just a few moments ago, and they have come all the way back to tie it up at 15, and Ashana Smith is doing some serious serving, and there she goes again. Maya King into the net. PK Yonge leads 16-15. Ashana Smith has served 6 in a row, if I'm remembering correctly. This one is a hard line drive off Cruz. Carter will make the return. Graciani with the tap, the right at Ellis, who was ready for it. And Smith hits it at Cruz. Maya King comes up short, and the Blue Wave leads 17-15. Shauna Smith once again ready to serve. That one a little too long and out of bounds, but what a job by Smith and the Blue Wave coming back from 15-9 to take a 2-point lead. It's now 17-16. PK Yonge leads. Michaela Markham will try to tie it up. And Markham with the serve. Third hit from Tamares is good. Ariel Ross the kill and the point, and we're tied at 17. Well, the Conquerors in set 2 came back from a 6-point deficit to win by 6 points. They lost a 6-point lead just a couple of moments ago and now tied at 17. And that was Moore trying to keep it in bounds, but again, she didn't have much of an angle. That one hit off her fingertips, and the Conquerors lead by 1. 18-17 with Markham ready to serve. And this one goes into the net. We're tied at 18. And Nicole Ellis will try to put her team back out in front. Conquerors into the net. A break for the Conquerors, who now lead 19-18. Amaria King and Sheridan Beck are coming onto the court. Alyssa Cruz and it looks like Tamarez will head off to make room. Sheridan Beck now serving. Conquerors 19, Blue Wave 18. That one is out of bounds and we're tied at 19. And now it'll be Taylor Ellis trying to put the Blue Wave back in front, hit that 20-point mark first. King with the kill, however, and the Conquerors lead 20-19. That's Amaria King, the freshman. She's already getting some good national exposure. And Amaria King has put the Conquerors on the board. Amaria King again, last week's Times Union Student Athlete of the Week. That's King. The block attempt is good and the ball's still in play. I believe that was DeMar Wims, if I saw that correctly. Here's Smith with the hit and the point. And Ashana Smith ties things up at 20. Zaya Moore ready to serve. Try to put PK Yonge back out in front as we're getting closer to the 25-point mark. Adley Dancer goes right at Taylor Ellis. King from the side, it's good. Set up for Smith, hard hit, and a point. Lawson Dancer tried to block, but knocked it down. And PK Yonge leads 21-20. Zaya Moore trying to extend the lead and get her team closer to 25. And she does just that, and it's a 3-point margin until PK Yonge wins set number 3. Timeout Conquerors with the score, Blue Wave 20, TCA, or Blue Wave 22, TCA 20. There you saw some of the TCA student body having a good time here on the volleyball court. PK Yonge is 3 points away from winning set number 3, but it's a close one, 22-20. Zaya Moore serving, and it's out of bounds. Great recognition by Carter. She started to set up as if to try to bump the ball forward. Recognized the hit was too strong. Conquerors within 1 at 22-21, and Ariel Ross ready to serve after the substitution. Layla Brooks in for Michaela Markham. Ariel Ross with the serve. Smith with the hit right at Carter. This is King, and that one is out of bounds. Good block attempt by Wims all the way across the court, but that ball fell just wide of the stripe. We're tied at 22. King bumps it up. Brooks with the hit. And on the dive is Moore to keep it alive. Here's King. And the kill is good. Conquerors have come from behind to take the lead at 23-22. 2 more points for the Conquerors to win the match. Hasn't been easy though. The Blue Wave has fought very well. Right up front, King with the return. Smith has been terrific tonight. Here's King, and that one is tipped and out of bounds, and we're looking at potential match point. And a timeout called by Coach Amory Vandergrit with the score, Conquerors 24, PK Yonge 22. Match point. Ariel Ross will try to finish this one off. It's 24-22. Ross with the serve. That hits off Ellis. Here is Smith. That tap, Ross dives, and we are still going as Smith taps that one over, which leads to the point. And now PK Yonge could tie it up at 24. Nicole Ellis back onto the court. She sets up right inside the circle. This is Kale Lee with the serve to try to tie it up. That is King. That is blocked but out of bounds, and the Conquerors have won. It wasn't easy, but the Conquerors win set 3, 25-23. Therefore, they win the match in straight sets by scores of 25-13, 25-19, and 25-23. However, tonight's player of the game, although her team did not win, is senior Ashana Smith for the excellent serving and attacking that she did all night long. She got her team a whole lot of points. I don't have the exact numbers, but Ashana Smith for the PK Yonge Blue Wave is tonight's player of the game. Well, we want to thank everybody for joining us in the gymnasium and online here at TCA Conquerors Athletics. Appreciate the terrific communication and letting us know you're watching. To all of our Conqueror and Blue Wave fans who let us know they were watching us here tonight. For Dean Bureau on camera, head coach Crystal Dow, assistant coaches Emma Roberson and Kristen Buttry, the principal of Trinity Christian Academy, Dr. Robert Kinder Sr. I'm Ray Sports Bureau saying good night and God bless you from Trinity Christian Academy.